Hey everybody, it's Kevra. That's me, I'm Kevra, and we got some information revealed to us through PAX East. PAX insert direction. So we've got two short topics today. The later topic is about how Nintendo is still giving us more hints that there are more boards in this game. But the first topic that we're going to talk about is how to unlock things in Super Mario Party Jamboree. Now, this information was revealed to us because of the PAX West convention, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it because, while it's not a lot of information, it is a lot of little bits of information. And the first bit is that we now know what the currency is of this specific game. Now, different games have had different types of currency. It's usually coins, sometimes it's cards, sometimes it's mileage, but for this, they're using the same type of currency that they used in Super Mario Party, which is party points. I do have to acknowledge that most of the stuff that you buy inside of a Mario Party game is pretty stupid. You know, it's stickers, it's figurines, it's things that are just kind of worthless. But sometimes it's something cool, like boards, and we do know that at least 3 are unlockable in this game. Sometimes it's characters, and we now know for sure that there are 2 unlockable characters in this game. That being said, I'm not so sure that it's party points you use to unlock characters and boards in Super Mario Party Jamboree. And the reason I say that is because if you look at this picture right here, it says that there is new stock in the Mario Party card shop. Now, it doesn't say that there's new cards in the Mario Party shop, it says that there's new cards in the Mario Party card shop. Now, if you remember Superstars had a shop and there was a section for cards. This sounds like the entire shop is dedicated to cards. However, even if this is the one and only shop, it is clearly not the only way to unlock things because, again, as you look at the screen, you've got an achievement system right here that helped us unlock new stock at the Mario Party card shop. So you complete an achievement and you go back to, we look at this video right here, 10 daily quests or whatever, which earned them 1 achievement point, and that gave them a total of 36 achievements. And because they had a total of 36, they unlocked more cards at the card shop. And so I'm assuming that's how you're gonna be able to unlock other things too. You get to a certain achievement and then it unlocks, Ninja, or it unlocks Western Land. And as you can see, a lot of these achievements actually have the same picture, so I'm assuming that it is kind of implying like what you're gonna get for example, achievement 36, 34, 31. They all look the exact same, right? They all have that little Ferris wheel thing, and it looks like they've got like little images on the Ferris wheel, like cars or carts or whatever they are. And I'm guessing that's the card shop where you go and buy the cards. So, since it's level 36 and it's the card shop, we got more stock at the card shop. You look at achievement 35, 38, it's got that boombox look to it, and I'm assuming that has something to do with music. Maybe that's how you unlock the retro version of the music for Western Land in Mario's Rainbow Castle. Maybe that's how you unlock, classic minigame music. Who knows? And then for Achievement 33 and Achievement 39, you have that little blue screen thing, which, at first, I didn't really know what it was until I looked at this. Notice the Star Island. You see how each of these images on the achievement match something here on the Star Island? This starter island? I mean, you got the little red Ferris wheel kind of right here. You got the purple boombox right here. You get that blue screen that I just mentioned right here. And then you've also got a green one over here as well. And then, of course, this little launch pad, I'm assuming, is going to be where the hot air balloon takes you to every other location. So it could be something very similar to Super Mario Party, where you had that little hub world where you'd go up and interact with all the different screens in order to play a certain mode. Although the shop in Super Mario Party, you still had to go to your party pad to access for some reason. So clearly that's at least a little bit different. And while the purple boombox thing could be like the rhythm minigames, I don't know, I'm kind of not for that idea. I feel like each of these is something to do with like, the rhythm thing I think is actually just the settings, music-wise, all that kind of stuff. The blue screen that's got the crown on top of it, I feel like that's like a records thing. And then I have no idea what the green screen is for, or that tiny little greenhouse, or this little spring thing right here. Like, I got no clue what that's about. But it also could be that there's unlockables in each one of these buildings and that they're all kind of shops to a certain extent. For example, if we look at the Ferris wheel thing, not only is it probably a card shop, but it's possibly also where you go to change out your card, to change the things on your card, just like how you had the data house in Superstars, where you could go in, change your card, yada, yada, yada. So even after you buy all of the cards, you still can go to that shop specifically to change the layout of yours. And I'm thinking that maybe it's the same kind of thing for these other buildings. You know, whatever this music building is, I don't know, but I'm assuming that you'll be able to buy stuff with party points and that things will get unlocked within these places as you unlock more achievements. But of course, it might be something very different. We still don't know. We haven't really seen anything about this starter island, so it's all kind of up in the air and is very speculative. And speaking of speculative, let's talk about my next subject, which is the hint at more boards. Now, I'm not gonna waste your time talking about things I've already talked about. I've already talked about this topic a lot. The crack in the wall, the weird patch of dirt, the Mario Party 1 and 2 commercials. But there is one little extra thing that I wanna add that again continues to hint at the fact that there are possibly more boards. And that's if you look at some of the pages from the website, you can see certain characters in certain spots that I have said from the beginning looked suspicious. So let's go ahead and start with this first image, because I always thought it was really weird that they had a ladder that went up to nowhere, and now that all the maps are supposedly unlocked, we see in that exact same suspicious spot, Spike, just chilling here fishing. Moving on to image number 2, and we just see a random Monty Mole just chilling randomly in that patch of dirt that I've said was so weirdly suspicious. Then we move on to image number 3, and oh look, back in that patch of dirt, there's a thwomp. Wow. And then you've also got the little ghost guys inside of Bowser's Keep, which I think is very interesting, because you might say that, oh, that is absolutely meaningless. They just got random characters around the board. No big deal. But the images we had seen before this only had characters at Bowser's Keep, Western Land, and Mario's Rainbow Castle. And all of those locations were places where boards were being built. Now, I will admit that there was a visual cue that something was being built there, but at the same time, it's just so strange that these characters are in these locations and yet they're just there for no reason, because there's no characters hanging around, you know, the Galleria or the racetrack. No. They're just hanging out in these randomly suspicious kind of vacant locations that seem like they suggest something else is there. And then on top of that, you just add little things like the thwomp is kind of like the main character you think of whenever you think of Creepy Cavern, because of the minecart taking you back and forth between the two different sections of the map. You think about fishing, you think about Chilly Waters. When I think about Monty Mole, I think about that rocky wrench that was in some random poster in Rainbow Galleria. Now, as always, that doesn't 100% mean that there's absolutely at least 8 or more boards in this game. Yeah, it could be that there's gonna be added DLC later. It could just be that it's bad design. And you do have to admit that there's at least a little bit of bad design here, because, I mean, you got these paths going to all these different locations, and then there is no way to get to Roll'em Raceway. There's not like a ladder or a slope or anything like that. And maybe once all the boards are unlocked, Indie Cube was just like, oh, you know what? We need to add some more characters, because otherwise it's just gonna seem like empty and lifeless if we don't have characters here. And maybe the person who put the patch of dirt there was just like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if there was just this stupid patch of dirt right here that just looked terrible? Let's do that. So while I personally think that there is going to be at least 8 boards in this game, maybe there's not. But what do you guys think? Why do you think those characters are there? How do you think we're gonna unlock things? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, I'll catch you later.